back to another episode of No Ma'am. Today, we are recapping RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18, Episode 10, Drag in a Bag.
Sorry. But before we get into it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single episode of No Ma'am.
Guys, I don't know what happened. Jhoany had one job and he had a fucking stroke. Like, the fuck? Like, what happened, y'all? Like,
I'm like, no, I had a brain fart, y'all.
He did. He really did.
I had a brain fart. I was like, I don't know.
Like, oh my gosh. Like, literally, you're bad. This is so funny. Okay, so we have a design challenge, which I'm not, like, honestly, we
are gone. Or the designer.
No, I mean, who was the designer? Oh, Vita.
Yes.
No, I was like, who does? I totally forgot. I'm so sorry. I literally forgot. Okay, so this may be a controversial hot take, and we've said this previously on our recap show about the season, but I want to address the big elephant in the room. We did take a break from recapping RuPaul's Drag Race because the season just felt like a chore. And when we do recaps, we really want to enjoy it, and we want to bring you meaningful content. If we feel like we get on here and we record and everything is just very negative, it really doesn't do anything for us to sit here and badmouth the people who are giving us television.
Yeah.
We're not that podcast to sit here and just get on this and talk shit. That's not what we do. And in my opinion, in those episodes that we did not recap, it really felt like all we were going to do is just say really negative stuff.
Yeah, and if y'all could see our text, it was we weren't like being hateful, but it wasn't anything positive about the episode. Not the girls in particular, but just the episode in general. And we didn't want to bring that energy to y'all.
No. And so far from the first episode, so episode 1 to episode 10, right, it was a no ma'am season. It literally, if I could stamp the big no ma'am on it, it would be a big old stamp that says no ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like it.
No.
This episode 10, was a breath of fresh air. I was so excited about the episode. I felt like I was watching a different season. There was something about this that just felt new and exciting and like invigorating. I don't know. That was my opinion. I kept texting you like, oh my God, is this a different season?
Right? And like, that's what we kept saying back and forth. I was like, this feels like a completely different edit. Like the girls that we hadn't really seen come alive, we're coming alive. Like, you know, we had like Darlene speaking more. We got I feel like a different side of Jane Doe, something we haven't seen from her before. Juicy's edit felt a little bit different than what it was before. Right. Like before it was very much, oh, she's struggling, and she needs Mia and Athena's help all the time. Now it was like, oh, she finally just did something good without asking anyone for help.
Right.
So it felt like a very different season. You know, we got to see the girls interact and just laugh. There was a little bit of drama, but it didn't feel fabricated. You know, it was kind of natural. It just felt like a very different season than what we've been getting previously. And I don't know if it's that the production team has heard all the feedback that they've been, you know, that the season has been getting, or this was the choice all along. But this is way better than the last few episodes we got.
Yeah, man, I also think it has to do with maybe some of the big personalities are gone. And so that gives the queens an opportunity to breathe and really let their personalities just shine through. I look at it like, and Darlene said that, she goes, this is top 7. And now I really need to step my game up because we're halfway there and I need to show. And I think that's why we got to see a different Darlene in this, to the point where I was like, she can win. Like, if they keep this Darlene, she can win.
Yeah. And if y'all go back to our first episode, whatever, our draft, I said Darlene is going to take it. And then as the season has been progressing, I'm like, where's Darlene? Like, Darlene has no chance. It's between Nene and Mikey. But after this episode, I was like, could this be the start of her redemption? Is she going to take the crown at the end? Like, that's how much of a difference this episode felt compared to all the other episodes.
Yeah. And so this episode, we actually got the mini challenge, which was the library is open. So reading is fundamental. And honestly, this wasn't the best reading challenge, but it was not the worst one.
No, I think it was cute. I think Darlene and Mikey's were really funny. And even Nene. No, was Nene's funny? I'm trying to remember what Mimi said.
I didn't really think Nene was funny. I thought Jane Don't was funny. I especially thought Mikey Meeks was funny and Darlene was funny. For Darlene to go first and open it up and everybody was like, oh, Darlene. And she was like,
Good girl
Nice
gone
girl gone
bad.
bad. Right, right.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, that's why it's so cute. I was like, I live for this. This is cute.
And even like the one to flop, like Juicy made it funny because of kind of how they saved it, or not even saved it, but how they reacted to not being funny. And she was just like, damn, not a single laugh? That was funny. The read's horrible, but her reaction to not getting any laughs was hilarious.
Also, Kenya's reaction, her self-realization that she was not funny in the reading challenge was also funny too. And she
Yeah.
was like, all right, I guess I'm not good at this. And Rue was like, well,
yeah.
yeah, yes.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was funny because like they were in on the joke of
Mhm.
them not being good.
Yeah, exactly. And I hope they do that with the roast next week too. Like if they're gonna be bad, I hope they're able to save it to some extent by playing into the fact that they're bad at the roast.
Well, that would make a really good roast if they
Yeah.
pull like a Jada Essence
Like
Hall
that's what
and
I
was
was about to
like,
say.
that's not the way this joke was supposed to come out.
Yep. Yep. That would be really fun to watch.
It would. And then we see that the Maxi Challenge it's kind of like technically a scrappy design challenge where they had to turn unpredictable materials into a party dress, right? And for a finished look on the runway. Now, the materials that they got was from the Eliminated Queens. And so I 100% thought the Eliminated Queens was coming back. I didn't think it was going to be the suitcases of the Eliminated Queens. I thought they was going to bring the Eliminated Queens and say, hey, here's my fabric. I thought we was going to physically see them.
I thought it would have been like you have to make a dress for them. Or like you have to make 2 dresses. I don't know, something like that, you know. But I agree with you. I thought they were actually going to come back. So I was disappointed when they were like, they're suitcases. I was like, oh, okay, I guess.
Right. I was like, oh, so technically the Eliminated Queens did come back, but they came back in the form of suitcases. And so the queens got to choose their suitcase. Now,
well,
I thought this was very, yes. I also thought this was very strategic because they all was like, well, it was kind of like the one person gets to choose first, and then they get to choose who's next, and then go and so forth and so forth and so forth, right? We've seen this play out in multiple versions of Drag Race, so we kind of know the rules. I just think it's really interesting that they always choose who they don't want to have an advantage. And so at this case, they were like, well, Jane Doe has won or has been in the top every single challenge, so we can't really give her some good materials, so she shouldn't get the first pick.
Yeah, but then I feel like she should have been the last pick, honestly. Her and Nene should have been the last pick.
Now, I understand why Nene was the last one, and she got Mandy Mango because it was only the only one left. No, she got Didi Fuego because it was the only one left. Who was that? Discord, sorry. Discord was the last one, and she got Mandy Mango. But Nene got Didi Fuegos. Yeah. And so it made sense that Nene was one of the last ones to either get called or whatever, because Nene was the designer that won the first challenge.
Yeah, but Jane Doe being one of the first to be picked made no sense. In terms, like, if you're being strategic about it.
Yes. Like, it's interesting that Jane Doe is getting this edit of, like, Jane can't do no wrong, which is so interesting to me, because I'm like, okay. But we are playing up this edit that she can't do, that she's going to win or be in the top on every single challenge, yet she's not winning. So why are we doing this? Or are we playing this edit so that when she doesn't win, it's like moment?
I don't feel like they're putting her in the spotlight that a winner usually gets. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm rooting for her. Like, yes, she's doing great. She's absolutely killing it in the competition. But again, this episode was the best portrayal of Jane Doe we got. Before that, like, I don't know. I didn't want to root for her. Not that I disliked her in any sense of the word, but I wasn't like, hey, Jane Doe, let's go.
Yeah. I think it's because, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I think it's because that we got a humanized version of Jane Doe. This was the first episode that we didn't get Jane complaining that somebody else was in the top or somebody else was doing better, right? We got, oh my God, Sierra Miss gave me scraps. What am I going to do with Sierra Miss's scraps?
Yeah.
Like,
mm-hmm.
We got a nice version of Jane Doe. We didn't get the condescending version. We didn't get the annoying one. We didn't get the Jane Doe who's in the confessionals cutting up everybody. Like, we didn't get that Jane Doe.
Mm-hmm. It was definitely a breath of fresh air.
Yes. It was great.
Yeah. It made me want her in the finale. Especially with 3 wins. Hello.
Speaking of Jane Doe, you know that she has the record now for the queen, like the first queen to be to be in the top every single episode.
Yeah, 9
in
episodes in a row.
a season. That's wild.
I know. That's crazy. Because we've had some amazing track records before, but like that on a US season is
Now, I'm really curious to see what her ending track record is going to be and see if she's going to like break some records in terms of like overall like points per episode.
she might. She could. Because the roast is next week, and let's be real, she's probably gonna be good at a roast.
Yeah, I know that she's going to be good at the roast. I don't think that she's going to win the roast.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, I'm not. That could go to anyone, honestly. But I
No,
think she'll
based
be good.
on the girls that are in the season, right? Obviously, I know we're jumping into next week, but I see a roast and a roast of Alyssa Edwards in terms of like comedy and timing, because you know a roast is all about timing. I think Darlene for
Yes.
sure.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I
Darlene,
think
Jade.
Mikey Meeks.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
think Mikey, because Mikey, I just very cerebral, and so she's gonna pull some shit out of her hat, like Alyssa Edwards, and really come for Alyssa and Jane. Those are the three that I think, based on this, is going to like do really well. I think Nini's probably going to be in the middle of the road. I think that's just Nini. She won't bomb, but I don't think she's gonna do well because I don't really see Nini as like comedy. She's
No.
shady, but there's a difference between being shady and being really good in a roast, right? I think people.
I'm also sorry, real quick side note. I'm not seeing that super shady Nini that they said she was. Because I feel like preseason, all the girls kept saying Nini was the shadiest. And I don't see that. Or at least
When they're like,
not.
"Oh, Nene," they're like, "Nene got
Yeah.
the gun."
Yeah. Like, I don't know. She's shady, yeah, but not like, oh my god, she's the shadiest queen on the season.
Maybe they're editing it down.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we know they have the absolute power to do that.
But who I know for sure is not doing well in the roast next week is
Discord
Juicy.
and Discord. I'm sorry.
Like Juicy is not doing well in the roast. Like
No.
she is not good in the roast. She wasn't even good in the reading challenge, so I know she's not going to be good in the roast. Like
And that also brings up Kenya.
I can't afford another one of my queens to go home. At this point, it's a done deal. Like at this point, it's a done deal. Like honestly, I have to just give it up to like the fact that Jhoany's winning like our fantasy draft because I can't afford another queen to go home. I only have 3 queens, and Jhoany's 4. Like
And the queen who has the best track record is my queen, and then
and the queen who has the best track record is yours. And then you have Darlene and you have Nene Coco, which I don't see them going home anytime soon. That leaves me with Kenya, Discord, and Mikey Meeks. We know for a fact that Discord is not lasting that long and any more episodes in this competition. So that's already one I know. And then, child, Kenya Pleaser, the Pleaser effect is about to wear off. I'm going to be left with just one queen, and that is Mikey Meeks. And I don't know what I'm going to be able to do.
I mean, at the end of the day, your saving grace is if Mikey Weeks takes the crown.
That's it. That's literally so. All of my eggs are in Mikey Meeks winning this whole entire thing.
Bitch, I got Jane Don't, who's best track record. I have Nini, who has a solid, has been doing very good. Has never been lower than bottom 3, and that was like one episode. And then Juicy is obviously gonna get eliminated soon. She's not making this as the finale. But I mean, let's be real. She's gonna get eliminated before the top 4 because they want her in the Lollapalooza.
100%. This is the way it goes. Like she's gonna pull a morphine. She's gonna be 5th place. She's gonna be the 5th place queen. It always happens that way because they need a Lollapalooza episode to be amazing. Like they need that episode,
and they need Juicy for that.
Yeah, she's gonna be the queen of She Already Done Had Hers Is. Yeah. And they're gonna be like, oh my god, look at the Dions, like they win. Like, oh my god, look at that. Child, production is slick. We know production. They're not slick. They're not slick at all.
No.
But yes, so the odds are more in your favor to win. On the other hand, I love my participation trophy. I'm okay with my participation trophy.
Mind you, my top pick went home first.
Your top pick did go home first. He was like, I gotta get Didi Fuego. And because she's Mexican. And I was like, yeah.
Work.
So did mine.
What?
My top pick was an early out too. Yes. You couldn't tell me that based on my knowledge of Drag Race that Vita was not going to be like a finalist. So all of that. And child, she got dropped. Child.
This season has been full of unexpected surprises to say the least.
Oh my gosh, yes. So, talking about surprises, can we get into the runway? So,
Yes.
again, the category was drag in a bag. And honestly, I was pleasantly surprised with the runway, considering that these materials that they got by chance. Some of the girls got fabric, some of them didn't. So, we said like all eliminated queens. So, let me go back a little bit. All of the queens had to put fabric aside in a suitcase. They didn't know what for, but they knew that it was going to come into play somehow. It just so happened that if you got eliminated, that fabric was given to the girls that were still in the competition for them to make a garment out of it. And so they kind of had to make a party dress out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into the looks. So the first look is Darlene, and she chose fabric by Athena Dion. What did you think of the look?
This for me was a yes, ma'am. I think she looks great. I love the silhouette on her. I love everything about this was amazing to me. It just didn't wow me. Like, based on compared to some of the other looks we've seen constructed on Drag Race. But I think it was a very solid look. This is probably one of the best looks she's had all season. And again, this just felt like a different Darlene. Or not different, but I appreciate that we got to see more of her this episode.
Interesting, because I gave Darlene an over. I really
I
liked
almost
this.
did. I almost
really
did.
enjoyed this.
I love
This was my
Darlene.
favorite look.
Second favorite look for me.
This is my favorite look. I love this look so much. I think it was the mullet fit her. I love the red on her. I thought that was a really good choice. I thought the styling of this look was really good. I think it was accessorized correctly. It was something about how she walked on the runway. I was like, who is this model? Like, she was giving me, she looked really good. And I like a black and white. The makeup was great. It wasn't overly done. It was soft and right. I'm like, she took Athena's fabric, and we know Athena could sometimes be a little old in her aesthetic. So she took Athena's fabric and made this dress look very youthful and young, and I loved it. I lived for it.
Definitely.
Then we have Discord, and Discord was given the suitcase of Mandy Mango.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think?
For me, this is the best she's looked on the runway. I think this look absolutely suits her drag style. I think she styled it very well. Her walk was infinitely better than what it's been before. The hair made sense with the outfit. I know there's a lot of controversy surrounding the construction of the garment and her use of safety pins. And let's be honest, not all those safety pins were not needed to hold that garment together like she claimed. It was absolutely a design choice, like a visual design choice. But at the end of the day, she was allowed to do it and she was allowed to walk the runway with it. So it obviously was okay. So yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, if I'm going to be really honest, it gets 2 grades for me. It originally would have gotten a yes, ma'am, if the safety pins was in the box. I'm giving it a no, ma'am, because the safety pins were not in the box.
Okay.
And so if I'm being fair to the girls, right? Regardless of the fact that I like this look from Discord, and I think this was a really great look from her, did I think that she looked probably the best that she's looked so far in the competition? Yes. Did I enjoy the look on her from head to toe, that it was styled correctly? Great. But it didn't fit the brief because Mandy Mango didn't have these safety pins in it. And I don't think it was right that they allowed Discord to still be considered or not be automatically placed in the bottom, because technically it was an unfair advantage. It takes me back to the previous season with Hermana Lisa, with the rhinestones that she put on the design look that Lexi Love made her take off, and she went to production. And so I think it's the same thing, right? Like, you took the dress, you took the rhinestones off of her Mona Lisa, which would have probably made her win that challenge because it was a really good dress. And then you allowed Discord Adams to have the safety pins that wasn't in the box. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think honestly, it just came down to Discord knowing what words specifically to use in order to allow the production team to let her use it.
Yeah, which is smart.
I mean, it's a great dress. It's very Cavalli meets Mackie, and like I said, she was allowed to walk down the runway with it, so they were obviously okay with it.
True, because I look at it like I think she was like the dress is not it's been held up by
Mhm.
safety pins.
But she did not need no 800 safety pins to hold that
She
dress
didn't need
up.
800 safety pins because one can make the argument that just like the girls who can't sew and they use hot glue is never in the package
Mhm.
of like the deluxe. But so one can argue it's the same way. She needed the safety pins to hold up the
Yeah.
construction of her dress. So in that aspect, if you put it in the parameters and loopholes of that, then yes, you can go around the guardrails in that aspect. But safety pins were not in the box. Okay. Then we have Juicy Love Dion, and she picked her Titi Mia Star. What did you think?
I love this look. I think this is a yes man for me. It's so cute. It's very like she's going on an island somewhere. She's gonna go vacation. I thought she looked wonderful when she walked the runway really confidently. Yes, ma'am, for me. And this hair was amazing.
Yes, I also gave Juicy a yes, ma'am. I think what I like about it is it's very juicy. What I do agree that Iman said is that the shoe could have done a softer shoe because the shoe did bring it looked like it brought her down because the shoe was very heavy on the bottom. But I just find what I think is so interesting about Juicy is that we get one edit when she does not know how to sew, and then we get another edit when she knows how to sew.
It's interesting that
Does
it
she
happens
not know?
after her family is gone.
Does she not know how to sew, or can she sew? Because it doesn't look like somebody helped her with this
At
garment.
all. And I think even Jane said it that like this is the first time like where Juicy didn't ask for any help and she just constructed it completely alone. And I
Juicy
think she
has
presented probably
cutouts.
like the best look she's given construction
Correct.
wise.
She has cutouts. She made harem pants. Confused. How she know how to do this? I'm confused. I'm a little confused.
I don't know. I don't know.
Right. Okay. And then we have Jane Jones, and she chose the suitcase from Sierra Miss. What do you think?
So I hate the stress in terms of the way it looks, like the actual dress itself, but I think it has everything to do with the fabric that she used and nothing to do with the actual skills as a designer and as a seamstress because it is constructed very well. The embellishments are done immaculately, and she turned literal garbage into something wearable. So I will give it a yes, ma'am, for construction and technical skill. But in terms of like, do I actually like the dress? No, ma'am.
Okay. I give this a yes, ma'am. I gave her more points
Mm-hmm.
because she literally needed to construct a different textile.
Mm-hmm.
Like she had to make fabric because Sierra left her with scraps.
That part. That
Like,
part.
so technically, I give her more credit because she made a textile.
Mm-hmm.
Did I like the textile that she made? Not so much. So the textile that she made was a no, ma'am. But because she like the technique was there, I
Mm-hmm.
gave her a yes, ma'am. And first of all, Jane knows how to pad her body.
That she does. But I mean, you know who her sisters are. They were not gonna let her walk that runway with a chopped body.
This is also true. And then next we have Nini Coco, and she chose the suitcase of Didi Fuego. What do you think?
This was my over. Is it like the most interesting thing we've seen on Drag Race? No, not by a long shot. But I think the way she presented it and the way she walked the runway was very fun. I loved the way that this outfit moved. I love the orange paired with that really loud blue fabric. And I love the way she incorporated it into her eye makeup. That you can see the colors of the fabric in her makeup. So I thought that was great. So that's why it was my favorite look of the week. But is it the most interesting thing we've seen? No.
I give this a yes, ma'am. I like to print more than I like the orange catsuit. I love a print. I think
We know you do.
I love a print in more ways than one. Look at you. I just got it. I literally just got it. And I was like, wait, what? And I was like, I love a print. And I'm like, I do.
Mm,
Yes, for the double entendre. But I really enjoy like a print on a fabric. It's something about it. Like it doesn't scare me. I think it's always cool when I see it. So like I normally pick out certain colors of the print and then kind of like accessorize from there. So I'm not afraid of it. So I thought it was good. I didn't like the orange. I thought it was too loud. That's just and I like orange as part of our brand colors, but I just I didn't like it together, but that didn't take away from the fact that this was still a good look.
yeah. I mean, I think construction wise, it was also done really well.
I'm not gonna take it from her, but
Yeah,
I mean, she's an engineer, so and she can sew, so like
that
I
part.
didn't expect anything less. And then we have Mikey Meeks, and she chose the suitcase of Briar Blush. What do you think?
This for me is a meh. Um, I like that she did all these extra accessories to go with the outfit, but I just overall did not like the look. I felt like the fabrics didn't have enough contrast between them to really allow you to see the technical work that went behind it. I thought the muff looked really cheap. It was just, I think this was honestly one of my least favorite looks of the night. Probably the least favorite look of the night.
Wow. I had a totally different reaction to this. This is my second
Really?
over. I really enjoyed Mikey Meek's look. I like the styling of the look. I love the muff. I love the whole entire opera ski of it all. Would she be able to opera ski in this? Absolutely not. But that was the whole point. Like, she's a rich bitch. Like, that's the whole point of the whole look. I thought it was good to really take like a gaudy fabric that Briar gave her and that thing and the suitcase and really just turn it out to make a full look from head to toe. I enjoyed the dark cat suit underneath it. I thought it was very chic. I like the boot covers. I like the earphone, like the
The earmuffs?
the ear muffs. I was like the earphones. The ear muffs. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like the muff that she came into it. I like that she did the Blair Sinclair. I love that of it all. I thought it was great.
I could not get behind this look. I don't know.
I'm a Mikey Meeks apologist, so it doesn't make a difference what Mikey Meeks does. I'm going to stand because
Well, I
that's
mean,
just who I
you
am.
kind of have to.
So yes, I need to give her all of the points.
Yeah, you kind of have to, yeah.
She's the last standing one for me. And then we have Kenya Plisa. What do you think? She had the suitcase that she chose Vita Von Star, which I thought that was the smartest choice for Kenya.
I think this is a yes, ma'am. This is definitely the best look she's constructed thus far, like by a million miles. And it fits her well. It's constructed well. I just don't think it's a jumpsuit. It's a sparkly disco jumpsuit. I don't think it's the most interesting, but I give her props to finally proving she can sew.
True, because Michelle was like, girl, who helped you? So yes, I totally get it. I think it was a redemption moment for Kenya, which I have to give her points for. I thought this was a good look for Kenya. I gave it a yes, ma'am. I think it was a smart choice for her to pick Vita. Smart choice. You knew Vita was going to give you some fabric because Vita's not going to play with no fabric. So you know that. Also, I think the red looked really great on her. Like that was it. It looks like a maroon kind of deep red. And I really think that it looked really great on her skin tone. She matched the makeup with like on her cheeks. I was like, this is good. She accessorized it correctly. She had the right hair. This was a well put together look from head to toe, and she looked really good.
Yes, she did. I don't think it was a top to look, but she did look really good. It's one of her best runway presentations yet.
Yes. And then, last but not least, we have Jess Crystal. And she chose the suitcase given to her by No MAAM, the podcast. What I thought that was so funny is that they was like, Crystal? And Juicy legit thought that they had a crystal on the show.
You could tell Juicy was like legit, like her brain was working overtime. Those gears were on fire, being like, Crystal, which one was that? Which one was that? And you could tell she was legitimately concerned and felt bad that she could not remember who Crystal was. I felt that was hilarious.
Yes, which is why I've liked Jane Jones in this episode, because I thought that Crystal moment was so funny, because Jane knew that she made a mistake calling somebody else Crystal, and she was like, Crystal, yeah, Crystal. And then she was like, oh shit. And then that's when everybody was like, you know Crystal? Yeah. And then everybody else got on the joke, and that's when it was like, and so Jane was like, Juicy, you don't know Crystal? You sent her home.
That part. And Crystal was like, wait, I sent a lot of bitches home, so I probably did. But
it was a good moment.
It was funny. I love the fact that I didn't realize who she was trying to talk about, and then I realized after, I think she posted about it or something, or she said something. There was supposed to be, I think it was in Untucked, that it was supposed to be Sierra.
Yes.
I didn't realize
because she forgot Sierra's name.
Yeah.
Said yes, she forgot Sierra's name because she was talking about Sierra, like giving her all that fucked up fabric. And she was like, and Crystal. And then she was like, and then they made another thing called Just Crystal. So we was like, we're going to be in on the game and we're going to put Just Crystal. So we have to talk about Just
Crystal
Crystal.
needs to learn how to blend though, because that is fully given on Neapolitan ice cream.
Yes. But I mean the look is cute. I would give it a meh. At least she tried.
Did she?
I mean, okay. But at the end, we see that they had no bottom queens. Everyone was either safe or you were in the top two. And so I thought it was good. I mean, I think it was kind of like a refresher. It's like we're still going into a top seven queens. I like, okay, I give it, it's like, you know what? This was like an easy episode. But we see that the top two of the week was Kenya Pleaser versus Jane Jones. And they had to lip sync to a Patti LaBelle song that I totally forgot the name of it. But it's not one of my deep cuts. It's a deep cut on Patty. Like it is a deep cut. Like you have to be like you gotta love Patty Pies. You gotta love Patty Pies. Like you gotta know Patti LaBelle to know this is a deep cut. Okay, like this is a B-side on a B-side on a B-side. This is out there, but I mean, it was a decent lip sync. In my opinion, I think Kenya did better than Jane. There was something about Kenya. I think Kenya embodied the song a little differently, and I really appreciate Kenya's take on that song. But I did commend Jane for getting the Holy Ghost.
So I think Jane really felt the emotion and did a good job portraying that, but overall embodying the song, I think Kenya did a better job, but there was just a little bit of like lip synchronization issues, like a little bit.
This is true.
It is Kenya. Like
hello.
At this point, we know what we're gonna get with her, and it's not gonna be a synchronized lip sync.
That part. But we see that Jane Jones, she's the winner of the challenge, giving her the first queen, making her the first queen with 3 wins of the season and 2 wins back to back. And that was the first time that happened this season when she won 2 consecutive episodes. So shout out to Jane Jones because she is kind of dominating this whole entire competition. Yep.
That's my girl.
I mean, she is doing Seattle really like
She is. And I mean, I think at this point she's gone the farthest from her Seattle sisters. Like her actual sisters, because obviously we have Jinx and Ben.
No, Bosco.
In the original season.
Yeah, Bosco.
Bosco was top 4. I forgot.
Yeah.
Fuck, never mind. Yeah, I forgot.
That was the final. Top 5 they had a final. Yeah,
that made no sense.
But I'm like Bosco.
I forgot she was in the finale, honestly.
Yeah, she was a finalist. So, and technically she was a finalist in, I was about to say both seasons, but like her All-Stars technically didn't really count. So she wasn't a finalist at that one. Yeah. Because it had a weird finale. But I mean, Jane is doing really well. Like Seattle drag on Drag Race. They are telling people that drag scene is a true contender for a Drag Race crown. So I don't know what they're doing in Seattle, but whatever they're doing, they need to continue doing it.
That part, because the only queen I feel like we've seen flop from Seattle and in the original season was she a Seattle queen? Yeah.
Who were you thinking about? Because the one that flopped in the original season from Seattle was Irene.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But then I was like, wait, is she actually? I couldn't remember whether or not she was from Seattle. I just had like a brain.
Yeah, and then after Irene, it was Robbie Turner. So those are the 2 flops from Seattle.
We don't talk about her.
Well, yeah, but I'm like, that's it, right? And that's because Robbie quit drag until she came out and said what she said about Ginger be lying.
But Irene, she had her redemption. She came back on All Stars and she fucking killed it.
And she dominated All Stars 10. So yes, so that goes to show that she had more potential.
Yeah,
she just don't.
Just an unfortunate. Just don't fucking do water.
Don't make ice water.
Show. Fuck. What the hell was that?
Like I don't know. Don't make ice water. So. But we see the caliber of drag queens that come out of Seattle. Jinx Monsoon, Vendela Graham. Jinx Monsoon is the I can't say
nothing against Jinx. I prefer Vendela. I can't. My personal preference.
True. Like I get it, but I was gonna say that Jinx Monsoon is one of the best Drag Race like queens in terms of like competition. But then I can't even say that because she didn't win the most challenges.
Yeah, that was
no, she didn't win the most challenges.
But she only competed twice.
Okay, but even then, in her 2 times, she didn't win the most challenges
each season. Wait, who?
Jake.
Yes.
No.
In All Star, she did win the most challenges.
In All Stars, she won the most challenges, but
And
in
her
her original
season,
season, she only won 2,
okay, yeah, I mean,
maybe 3.
maybe
But
it was definitely like a pretty even top 3, honestly, for season
yeah, it
5.
was. So I really can't say if she's the best drag queen that came from Drag Race, but she is in the top 3.
Yes, yes. I'm not even gonna. That's a
Oh my
hard
god.
choice to
Oh
make.
my god. We are going to do the next episode. We are going to do before we start recapping episode 11, the roast. We are both going to say our Mount Rushmore of Drag Race queens.
Like
Each
if
one
they
of
were to
us,
like, ooh,
if they were on the Mount Rushmore. So essentially they have to be winners. Yeah, because they were presidents. Are they presidents on the Mount Rushmore? Yeah,
no.
they're
So
Mount
I would no.
Rushmore.
So I would,
You want like your favorite top 5?
not favorite top 5 because there's queens who are in my favorite top 5 who I would not put up
Put
there.
put on the
Like
Mount.
it,
Okay.
like yeah, who I would say like if we're talking about like competition and who we think are the best
Got
in the
it.
competition
Petition.
scenario, some
Yes.
of
So
my
that's what we're
top
gonna
5 would
do.
not be in there.
Okay, got it. Same. All right. So yes, we're gonna do our Mount Rushmore in the beginning of episode 11. So stay tuned for our episode 11 recap because we're both gonna give you our Mount Rushmore of the who we think is the best competitors on Drag Race. I think we may have a few overlaps, and I'm
I
excited for
think there's
that because
definitely at
this
least
may
one that's gonna overlap.
one. Yes. Okay. But let's get into the points because this is a
Right,
fantasy draft at the
right,
end of the day, right?
right.
So it's funny because I forgot to calculate that you got a Snatch Game win from Nene. I put those
Mm-hmm.
extra points in there. I
Mm-hmm.
forgot. So instead of
Oh
10
right,
points,
we
you
were
got
said we
20.
were doing that.
Yes,
Yeah.
because you got bonus
Oh,
points.
yes.
I forget because, so instead of 10 points, you actually got 20 points because you got an additional 10 for winning the Snatch Game. And then you won the Rusical, and that was an additional 10 points too.
Look at me winning the
So
iconic challenges.
if I'm being fair, right? Because I'm being fair, I added the additional points because I had to. You also had a talent show winner too. So you got an additional 10 points with that as well.
Work.
So that's why you're beating me by a lot of points. And I got 2 talent show wins. That's the only ones I got.
Did
I
we
got
not?
I got one for Athena and I got one for Mia.
Okay. Did we put a bonus for the reading challenge? I don't remember.
Yes, we put a bonus for the reading challenge, and I got the bonus for the reading challenge. So that took my episode 10 total to 17 points, and your episode 10 total was 19 points. So overall, you're at 192 points,
Jesus Christ. Okay.
and I'm at 182 points.
Okay, actually, that's not a big of a difference. I thought it was gonna be more. That's kind.
No, literally. That's
Kind.
crazy.
Because if my girls end up in the bottom next week, that's listen. Here's the thing: when I have more girls, yes, it's a larger opportunity for my team to win, but it's also a larger opportunity for my team to be in the bottom. So it could go either way.
True. Yeah. I mean, but I have to say that for the next 2 episodes, that at least one of my queens is being in the bottom for at least both episodes.
Probably, yes. Statistically speaking,
Like
probably,
statistically,
yeah.
it's going
Yeah.
to be one of either it's going to be Discord first and then Kenya, or it'll be Kenya first and then Discord. Statistically, also statistically, in order for them to go home, they're probably going to put Juicy in the bottom to take them out.
Yeah, let's be real. Like Juicy's gonna be in the bottom several more times before they boot her ass home.
Because what is going to happen, I think, more like another acting challenge, probably another improv, what we haven't had yet,
Makeover.
and a makeover.
In the ball, we have not had an actual ball.
You think another design challenge?
We haven't had a ball.
Maybe. We may get a ball. We may get another design challenge. But we haven't had the makeover yet, and we're definitely going to have another acting challenge. It's going to be one. It's going to be another, probably like an improv, because we already had the talent show already, and they did it in 2 episodes. So therefore, talent show
I
is
have no
done.
idea. Yeah, who knows?
It's going to be another acting challenge. It's going to be probably another improv challenge here and there, and
yeah,
a makeover, and then Lollapalooza, and
finale.
a remix. We haven't had the remix yet.
But that's usually the finale. Oh, no,
Okay,
it's the
probably.
remix. No. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, thinking international. Yeah.
Yep. Well, friends, there you have it. You know what to do.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single episode of No MAAM.
Until next time. Bye.
Bye.